to our very last episode of the Affordable Meals series with the Dollar General Store. We're so excited that you've stuck with us through these 7 episodes. I hope you've enjoyed them, that you learned a couple of things, that you've tried a couple new recipes maybe, and that you're looking forward to something else coming up in the future with the Bullitt County Health Department. We are loving hosting this for you guys. All right, so today for our last episode, we are going to be doing salmon patties with some steamed vegetables as our side, and let's get started. So let's talk a little bit about ingredients for our salmon patties. So everything you see here was purchased again at the Dollar General Store. So we've got our faithful minced garlic. If you don't have access to a fresh onion, you're more than welcome to use the minced onion from the Dollar General Store. So this is a good option. You don't like chopping up onions and letting your eyes water, you can always use this as an alternative, so that's good. We've got some seasoned flour here that we're gonna use as our breading. We've got our steamed vegetables. You just pop those in the microwave, a little bit of salt and pepper at the end, and they're ready to go. And then the star of the show is our canned salmon. All right, now, I know not everybody is a fish fan, and that is totally okay if it's not up to you, but we are gonna offer some options for fish just because they are such a good protein with lots of vitamins. Salmon, a lot of these fatty fish carry great sources of vitamin D, great sources of your omegas, and good for your brain, good for your body, good for your skin, good for your hair. So these fatty fishes like salmon are really good options. So if you have the willingness to try it, even if fish kind of turns you off a little bit, just know that you're really getting a good benefit from that. I want to bring up a little bit more on the nutrition value. So you can see here, the can has 3 servings per can, and 3 3-ounce servings, and then each serving is 110 calories, 15 grams of protein. So you're getting an excellent source of protein, only 5 grams of fat, only 110 calories per serving out of this can of salmon for 3. All right, so pink Alaskan salmon, here it is. And these were about $3.50, $4 a can. So for the grand scheme of your protein, not too bad at all. If you have big eaters, they're going to eat more than 1 to 2 patties, you might want to grab an additional can. But let's get started and see how this works out. All right, so we've got our salmon in our strainer now. So we've strained out all the juices. I did want to point out to you guys. So this is legitimate, real salmon, not anything fake or processed. So you've got real good fish meat here with your healthy skin. The one thing I do want to point out to you, and I will recognize that there are some people who will have a little bit of a off-putting to fish, and that's totally okay. I respect that. If you don't like it, you can totally skip this video. But if you're willing to try it, just know that canned salmon does still come with some of the skeleton still in there. So you want to make sure you remove that. You don't want to have any fish bones in your food. So just kind of once that comes out of the can, it's going to come out kind of in this big chunk of of tuna. You can see right here the little spine kind of sticking out. So you're just going to remove that little quarter, and then this just very easily slides off, and then you can just discard it right here with all of your things. You're going to make sure that all those little ribs of bone, now granted they are not very hard at all, but I know personally I do not enjoy eating those with any of my salmon patties, so I always try to get those out as best as I can. So just kind of scrape those out of you there. And then again, so this is our second can, so it just kind of comes and it peels right apart. So you take those parts off and then find the part with the spine in it, and then you're just gonna kind of slide it down in there and put that in your trash part of your bowl. Now, I will say, we've talked a little bit throughout the series about getting kids in the kitchen and now letting them have fun with you. So I can foresee, if you have little boys that love kind of grossy looking things, this might be an excellent job for them. They might love this. And then you're gonna have some kiddos that are truly enjoying being in the kitchen and seeing how food actually comes. So if that's something that you think your kiddos would enjoy, definitely get them in there and let them help you out with that. All right, so now that we've got this all taken care of, all the bone and the skeletal parts are out of it, we're going to get this in a fresh bowl and we'll get started with the next part of our recipe. right, so we've got all of our ingredients added to our bowl, so I'm just gonna start mixing those together. So I've got myself a wooden spoon here, and I've got all of my ingredients. I've got my onion, my garlic, the salmon, salt, pepper, and then the seasoned flour all added into the bowl. And now I'm just mixing that up so it's nice and combined, and then we're gonna form it into patties and get to cooking, okay? If you want a little bit more flavor, if you like a little bit of tang, you're more than welcome to add something like a Dijon mustard into these. That can make them taste really good too. It just adds a little bit more of a complex flavor to it. So if you're more of a foodie, kind of in the chef department, a couple of squeezes of your favorite little mustard might help as well. Skillet over here heating up to medium-high heat. We'll add a little bit of olive oil in right before we start putting these patties in, but I wanted to just show you how to create the patties. So you're just going to grab a spoonful out of your bowl there, kind of a palm size, and you're just gonna kind of form it together just like you would a hamburger patty. It's pretty much the same thing. So we're gonna do them about palm size there. And then you can see it's nice and sticking together. And then we're just gonna put it in more of our, just a bowl of that seasoned flour we've already used inside of it. And you're just gonna kind of dip them around in it and kind of move them around so that they are fully coated on both sides. And then there's your patty. And we'll just keep doing that through all of these. Again, you're just gonna kind of scoop it up into your hand till it's about palm size. Form them just like you would a hamburger patty. And then we'll just dredge them right here in the seasoned flour. And I'll just keep doing this, and then we'll get ready to cook them all up here in the skillet in just a few minutes.